What is good, y'all? It's your boy Anthony Henry back again with another video. Before you get into the video, make sure you subscribe, watch for my social media. Because there's people about a title, Miss T. Let's get straight into the video. Um, uh, so, uh, for those of you guys that don't know, I graduated high school twice. Actually, one time, the second time is more like a reunion, but could stay twice. Um, and we had, in the school, there was this art teacher, right, called Miss T. Um, you know, she's more like somebody who obviously like to work hard, do what she do the right way. Um, she do what she do, which is dope. But I remember she said something. She first said, um, it doesn't matter if you messed up as long as you obviously do it. And then she says, well, it got to be perfect. And then she says, something like, oh, YouTube not gonna work. Well, if you're watching this, I'm gonna just rewind that. So when you say it as you do that, it doesn't have to be perfect. Yeah, don't. Not everything's perfect. Um, you could do as you do. But when you say it has to be perfect, that's just the confusing part. And when it comes to art, whatever, like that's what it is. It has to be perfect. But you confused me just by you saying the first part. And I don't want you confusing anybody else, just for saying that, because it's just not going to help. It's going to be more confusion. That's just the first thing. Second thing is, you said YouTube, it ain't. Um, I didn't blame you. I don't blame you still. I feel you, I know what you're talking about. But, Miss T, no, you of all people, you of all people, was the first one to check my channel out. So you liked the video, and you had like this video, the Painter's temporary video. No, don't last forever. You're like, oh, okay, that's dope. And then you kept talking about it, whatever case with you. No, that was nice. And then, you're still watching, and then I guess you keep seeing the views, and you tell me YouTube it ain't. I mean, yeah, like I said, I don't blame you. But as a teacher or as a principal or secretary, whatever case, like, even if it's an old student, new student, whatever case, like, that's just not, that just doesn't help. It really don't. And now it wasn't only you though. I remember it was Mr. D. I was talking to Mr. D one day. I said, "Oh, I'm gonna do YouTube," and he looked at me like he said something, but he don't want to say what he wanted to say. He looked at me like yeah, it's not gonna work. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, God help me, because I was tough. Mind you, I was in the school at the time. And, I ain't blame him. I don't blame him. So you probably haven't watched the other video I made, but if I'm a teacher, right? If I'm the teacher, whatever case, and I know, but because this is the thing that was really interesting. You work with students who, obviously have that condition, right? And when they try to do something different, it's like, okay, like they can do it. When you see it's not working, that's when you say, okay, it's not. Okay, that's just how it is. If let's say LeBron James was a YouTuber, mind you, LeBron James, nobody knows him. He's just a YouTuber. got 0 views on every video. You probably would say, well, it would happen, it will work. Now you would say, Mr. D would say something else. But you say, okay, it's gonna work. Like I said, LeBron James. Cause he's LeBron James, he's him, normal, whatever case with you. I mean, obviously me condition, whatever case with you. But I say, oh well, not gonna work. That's just how it is. That's just the balance. I don't, you can't say those things because you just never know if they make it out. Better yet, you don't know if they won't. Now, if you say they won't, without even you, yeah, probably 3, 4 years, whatever that had to pass, and you said it, then obviously you say what you say. But you don't know. You just don't know if it's gonna work or not. So you're saying that, no, the person that, I mean, not me, but the other person you say it to, they're gonna take it to you and they'll be like, okay, I made it out. It's, they prove it to you, and they get mad because whatever case it is. And here's another thing: as a teacher, you're gonna support the student, and when they blow up, you're gonna be excited. You're gonna, hey, yeah, yeah, and then you're gonna say, I believe in you. But yet, before you didn't really believe that. So it's like, now the person can say, it can either do two things. It can believe you or it cannot. It can say, yes, you did, because I know you did. That's just both it is, So that's, I mean, personally, I know it blow up. I know I'm going to make it. So, but I always say, when you say, oh, you believe me, I'll be like, yeah, yeah, okay, cool. But then I would tell you, like, I would, we'll let you know, like, yo, this is what you said, whatever the case, and then, stuff like that. Not like in a bad way, but I would say it to you. So yeah, but going back to what I was saying, like, cannot, first a teacher, whatever case, like, you can't. You're a teacher, like, you gotta really uplift the student, like, make sure, just let them, like, yeah, you can, you can do it, even if you don't believe it. It's because that's just not, you know, you may say, oh, you're lying because you don't believe it, but you say it, but that's more like doubt. You doubting the student. So best that you tell them, like, yo, you can do it, so that way you can do what you do. Me personally, I already have seen what you saw, so obviously, I made changes to that. And like I said, I don't blame you, whatever case, but like I said, you're not the only one who said it. Miss D said the same thing. I didn't say it, but he wanted to say it. But also, Miss P, she would like the views too. Miss P and Mr. Ward. Mr. Ward not too much, but Miss P was like, yeah, love you. I mean, Miss P, if you're watching this, I mean, I'm with you as well, but it, it, what can I say? There is somebody else, forgot her name, but she was also talking about getting a job. Like I said, it's student with condition. So if you don't believe a kid with a condition, like that right there, if the student understand that, and they never really gonna make it out nice. They don't understand what you're saying, that they're gonna do what they do. But they understand that's just not. Yeah, they're gonna do it, not rock with you, and they're just not gonna do it at all, and then play not rock with you. So that's just my opinion. It's just me. I mean, I, doing what I'm doing, and I still rock with you because like, I mean, like, imagine. Okay, let's just say this. Imagine Jonathan Bell. Imagine Jonathan Bell. Like, your armor do YouTube and you tell what you sound like. Like, hey, Jonathan Bell's out of the bell. You know how crazy he is. But David Diamond, you remember David Diamond, right? So, like, David Diamond would have done worse than Jonathan Bell. Not just to you, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, like, he just wouldn't comprehend what you're saying. So yeah. But Miss T, out of respect, or whatever, okay, like, I'm good. Don't feel bad. Um, yeah, I mean, it hurts in the beginning, but I mean, we're over it. We just say, do you? I'm gonna do me. And it is what it is. Um, and yeah, see you next time. Why am I laughing? Peace out.